All right, nines, I've had a request for a question number 10 on the parallel and perpendicular lines homework. So let's take a look at the question. It says determine the equation of a line that's perpendicular to 2x minus 5y equals 6 with the same x-intercepts as the line defined by 3x plus 8y minus 15 equals 0. So in order to find an equation of a line, we need the slope and a point. So let's see, where can we find the slope? Well, we know the line's perpendicular to this one, so we can find the slope from this line. So first, we're going to find the slope. So we're going to take that line, 2x minus 5y equals 6, and we know that the slope of this line is equal to negative a over b. So in this case, a is 2, so it's negative 2, and b is negative 5, so my slope is 2/5 because two negatives make a positive. Now I know that my equation is perpendicular to that line, so I know that my new slope then is going to be the negative reciprocal. So I change the signs, and then I flip it. Right, so this was positive, now it's negative, and then I take the reciprocal, so 2/5 becomes 5/2. So that's my first thing that I've done is I need to find the slope. Then I need to find a point. Okay, so to find a point, I'm going to use the fact that it has the same x-intercepts as this line. So if I can find the x-intercept of this line, then I found a point that's on my new line. So let's take the 3x plus 8y minus 15 equals 0. And to find the x-intercept, I need to set y equal to 0. So I'm going to do 3x plus 8 times 0 minus 15 equals 0. So 3x minus 15 equals 0. And now I need to solve for x. So I'm going to add 15 to both sides. So I have 3x equals 15, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So I have x equals 5. So therefore, the x-intercept is at 5, 0. Right? The x-coordinate is 5, and the y-coordinate is 0. So I've got a point and I've got a slope. So I have my slope right here and I have my point right here. So now I have a slope and a point, I can find the equation. So let's go ahead and find the equation. So find the equation. All right. So I know that my slope is equal to negative 5 over 2, and I know that it passes through the x-intercept of 5 and 0. So I'm going to use point slope form because I have a point and I have a slope. So I'm going to do y minus y0 equals m times x minus x sub 0, or y minus y naught equals m times x minus x naught. All right, so this is my x naught and my y naught. So I do y minus 0 is equal to negative 5/2 times x minus 5. And y minus 0 is just y. So y equals negative 5/2 times x minus 5. This lovely equation is the point slope form equation. I can be done at this point. All right. I don't need to go any further, but I can choose to change the form. So if I actually want to put this into slope y-intercept form, then all I need to do is distribute this negative 5/2 into the brackets. I'm going to do y equals, I'm going to do negative 5/2 times x is negative 5/2 x. And then I'm going to multiply negative 5/2 by negative 5. So two negatives make a positive. 5 times 5 is 25. And then 2, in essence, it would be like 2. This is 5 over 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So this is slope-intercept, slope y-intercept form. Unless specified, you can leave it in this form or you can leave it in this form. It's totally up to you. If I asked you to put it in point slope form, then you would do this one. If I asked you to put it into slope y-intercept form, then once you got here, you could just distribute to get it to slope y-intercept form. Hope that helps.